How's it going, guys? Another video for you. What I've got going on here is a 2013 Ford Fusion, and let me go ahead and set this down here. And the problem that we have with this one is currently we have a noise coming from the right rear, and after careful investigation found out that on these Ford Fusions they have a tendency, see if you can see it right there, let me flip this screen around, there we go. So this shock mount right here, the top portion, whenever we hit a bump, it tends to go up and down because inside this shock mount, it tends to get wallered out, I guess you could say, and worn. And then when you go over a bump, this piece right here on your shock goes up and down, and then it will cause your rattle coming from your right rear area of your vehicle. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. I'm going to remove the shock mount, the shock itself, and then replace it with a brand new shock and a brand new mounting bracket. So first of all, what I'm going to do is spray some PE Blaster on these bolts. That way, you know, they've been sitting there a while from the factory, and this will just help loosen it up a little bit. And then we have some on the bottom portion here. Go ahead and spray those. Okay, let that work a little bit. All right, I've been letting those soak just for a little while. So now I'm going to come in here with my impact and remove the top two, and then I'll work on the bottom. And I'm going to move underneath here. So let me get my 15 millimeter, and I have a little pressure under the arm here just so it won't come down on me. And there we go. I'm not going to be able to get my air impact underneath there, so I'm just going to have to use my breaker bar. Now let's get on this one. There, I'm pin loose. And let's get on this one right here. Great. And the owner of this car, they've taken very good care of it. It's a very nice 2013 Ford Fusion. So I don't believe it's anything that they've done as far as abuse or anything. It's just one of those items on Fords that tend to wear out after time. Now, we're going to see if we can't get this off now. Remove it. Alright, and here it comes out really nice and easy. Alright. So right there is the top of the mount, and you can see that it got some wobble to it. I don't know if you can hear that noise. But that's what they're hearing inside the car. But I've got to remove this top nut just because this piece needs to be reused. So just this top portion, basically the shock boot. And then I will assemble the new shock with the new mounting bracket, and we should be good to go. Okay. I'm back. Now, what I wanted to show you was this top nut has been soaking for a while in PB Blaster, and the way to get this off, you first need to get, I always like doing the closed end of a box end wrench, and then you're going to get a adjustable set of adjustable pliers here, and you're going to just basically spin that nut off. And that PB Blaster is really good stuff because that top was pretty rusted, coming off really nice. So now I've reached the point where I'm not going to be able to hold that on there anymore. So the reason you have to put that on the end is because that'll just spin if you don't put anything on there. So I'm going to have to get me a set of pliers, get me a set of channel locks on here, and I'm going to spin that off the rest of the way. And there we go. So there's the nut. And then here's the old. Now, you should be able to, let me wipe this off. I don't want to get that junk down through there. And then there's the piece that I need to reuse. So there's that. So I'm going to set this old shock out of the way. And I have here a brand new Monroe. Looks like OES Spectrum shock. And I'm going to take this piece and basically put it back in over the top. Now let me get the new bracket here. And here's our new bracket. Nice and shiny. I'm going to put this back in through the top like that. You can kind of see how it'll seat itself. And this piece actually is a friction fit up in the top. So there we go. Now let me get my new top nut here. All right, that's a nylock nut, so that helps it prevent from backing off. You can see the white nylon ring around the top. All right, now we're just going to reverse the procedure. Now, how lucky could I be if this is still a 15 millimeter? And no, it's probably domestic. So let me go and get, actually, it's a 17 millimeter. So let me go and get my 17 millimeter, and now we can start tightening this. There we go. Nice and tight. All right. So there is our new bracket and shock. You can see there is no wobble in this now. So that should be that should take care of the problem. So now what I'm going to do is get this other stuff out of the way and prepare to get this back on the car. All right, so I've readjusted the camera so you can see what's going on through here. So what I'm going to do is take the shock up back through where it was, and let's see here, get it to go down here where I need it to. So I've got the bottom portion in now. Now what I need to do is, with this new shock, they sent new nuts for the top side. So I'm putting those on the top side as we speak. So there's the bottom on that side, and then you see the hole over here. Get that up through the shock. Here we go. There we go. And I'll bring you to the top here. All right. So now, let's get this on the top. So, okay, so like we tightened, not tightened, but we installed the bolts and nuts on the bottom. Now we're going to get this piece to snap in. So as you can see, there's little indicators here that this bracket sits underneath. So once you get that underneath, then we can put the bolts on the top. So let's get that going. This is just the boring part, tightening up the bolts. Here on the top, nice new bracket. Now, the customer should not have any rattling coming from the back end now. Pretty simple change, not too complex. Just basically removing the old and putting on the new. I found out over the last, how many years now since I've been working on vehicles. I found out that the hardest part is finding out what the problem is. And the rest is just basic mechanical engineering, knowing how things go together. So this was a really, really easy fix. It took me, after I got the car in, tire off, everything all together, not very long, probably about an hour. And I'm just taking my time. I don't like to hurry anything. So everything's tight, snug, and that's it. So replacing the bracket, basically the shock mount on the rear right hand side of this 2013 Ford Fusion. Really nice car. So I think the customer will have many more miles of enjoyment, not having any problems. So thank you very much for watching. And again, this is Fastback Auto, and let me know, message me if you have anything that you need done. Brakes, shock repair. I've replaced CV axles, and pretty much I've done most of it, and even replaced engines. But at this point, I don't really feel like I want to replace a whole engine. So if you have a car that needs a brake job, oil change, anything of that nature, just message me, send me an email, and you'll find me here on Fastback Auto on Facebook. And my name's Marty. So thank you very much. Have a great day.